welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another UFC prediction. I know we got the big one here. Yeah, it's Aporia versus Charles or Valera at UFC 317. This is going to be a big card. I'm quite excited for this card. Not for the entire card, but for the co-main and the main event. But before we get into that, let's actually get into it. Now, you know what we like to do here. We like to go look at possible sleeper fights. I'm not gonna lie, the prelims for me are not the best. Like early prelims, we got some guys here. This could be a good fight. Nico Price versus Jacob Smith. But I would say if we're looking for a sleeper fight, probably I would go with the Tracy Cortez versus Viviana Roja. Just because I know Trace, the way Tracy fights, I'm not too sure about her. Potentially this one too, I've seen them on some fight nights. They look pretty good. So I'd say maybe it's a super fight between these two guys. But let's get into the main card predictions. And we'll start with at bantamweight, Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. Now, a lot of people are saying Peyton got fraud checked in his last fight because he lost. And now he's back in the ring against Felipe Lima, who's a 14-1, so that's a pretty good record. He does have the height advantage here. I don't know. I think Peyton's probably going to come back a little in this fight, and he's gonna show why he was as good as what he was against Cameron and I forgot his previous opponent, not the one he lost to, the one before Cameron. Because Cameron Simon's yeah, I know he's on a bit of a losing streak right now, but he's a solid opponent. But anyway, who would you go with here? I'm going to go with Peyton here. But I do see a world where Felipe could win, but he does have the disadvantage. I do think the UFC are trying to maybe give Peyton not a layup fight, but like a fight that looks like, ooh, this would be tough on paper, but he does have the advantage, like the height. He's got the height advantage. Yeah, he's got the reach advantage, you know. Oh, they put leg reach in. Israel Adesanya has been begging for leg reach, and they've done it, leg reach. So Izzy's got his wish there. They did that. I'm not gonna even lie, that might have been there in the last prediction we did. I just didn't check that. But yeah, he's got all the advantages to this fight. I don't really know much about Felipe Lima. I think I've seen him on one fight. He looked decent. But I'm gonna go with Peyton to win the one. That's gonna be my prediction. Moving on to the next one is Brandon Royval. Oh, my tongue just like the little loopy loop there. Against Joshua Van. Joshua Van just basically fought, like, I think it was two weeks ago he fought, and he looked fucking impressive. And then I do know that there was, I can't remember who the opponent originally was, but he pulled out and Joshua stepped up. This is massive for Joshua. He's also very young, so a lot of people are saying the UFC are pushing him too fast. I'm not too sure if that is the case, because I'm also hearing some people say he is just that good. The UFC can push him that fast. If he beats Brandon over here, he could be the next 9 to 5 Pantoja, because he'll be the number 1 ranked in the UFC. This is going to be a big test for him, because Brandon his last name is fucking my tongue, I'm not gonna lie. Royval is a good, like, he's a solid guy, he's a solid fighter. It's gonna be a massive test for him. What would I do? I think Joshua Van's gonna do it. Like, Joshua Van is one of those, like, special talents you see. I think he's gonna come through. Do I think he has potential to beat Pantoja? I'm not too sure about that one, but we'll find out. If he depending on how he does against Brandon Royval, that's gonna be a real, like, statement to see. Okay, is he the real deal, or does he need a little bit more time? Because he's definitely got potential to become a champion. Yeah, he is good. He's really good. It's just, is he ready now, or does he need a few more fights? This is definitely going to be a good fight. I'm going to go with Joshua Van, though, because I think he knows the opportunity he's got right now, and I don't think he's going to want to squander this. So I'm going to go with Joshua Van on that one. The next fight is Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. And I think the last time we saw Moicano was the title fight against Islam, which, let's be fair, he got absolutely fucking dominated there. But this is a little bit more of a fight, I think, that's on his level. And this is a fun fight, actually. I kind of like this fight. 22-6-1, 20-6-1. Very, very similar records. They are very similar weights. The height, okay, Dariush has kind of got a little bit of a height advantage on him, but Moicano is crazy. This I actually think is gonna be a fun fight. I think it's gonna be a lot of like this is gonna be I think a mixed martial arts fight. Like you're gonna see everything. They're gonna strike. They're gonna wrestle. I think this is gonna be good. At one point, I even thought Beneil was gonna have a title run. He did take some time off though, and I think that time off derailed that completely for him because he did take time off for family, if I remember correctly. I think he was like ranked 5th at that time or 6th or something like that. Then he took some time off, and when he came back, his ranking got really blemished like down the road. And then he just I don't know. I don't think he's been as consistent. I think he's had some injury problems, but yeah, this will be a good fight. This kind of gets both of them kind of like it could be a start of a new run for them. But Moicano, he's got that Moicano money. That's what they call him, right? Oh, Renato Money Moicano. I think that's his nickname or something like that. I don't think he really wants to do a title shot. They even said with the Islam thing that this is probably my only chance to get gold, so I need to take full advantage of it. And unfortunately, Islam just showed how good he actually is, and that someone like Renato is just not going to get him. Who am I going to go for the win here? I like Beneil. I'm not. The grappling they're very close here with this one. Oof, this is such a good fight. I don't even know who's gonna win this one. But if I have to pick, I'm gonna go with Beneil Dariush. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna Beneil. Yeah, it could go either way. I think it's a 50-50 fight to win, but I'm gonna go with Beneil to win that. The lightweight division is right now. If you wanted to become champion, you push now. With Islam being out and most of the division being filled with mostly strikers, guys who grapple slightly, but they like to strike. This is the time to go. So these guys could go on a run right now. Now for the co-main event of the evening, Alexandre Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Now I wanted Kai to first Pantoja in the last fight that Pantoja had. I thought he deserved it, but they brought another Kai in, Kai Asakura, I think. I forgot his last name. In for that one, so I'm glad Kara France got his shot now against it, but I still think Pantoja's too good, man. I think I don't know if Pantoja, if there's anyone in the division that can beat Pantoja right now, and this is one of the reasons why I said Pantoja needs to go up. He needs to first Merab because that's a fight that I don't know if Pantoja can win, because that's how competitive and how close and how close that fight can be. Merab could absolutely dominate him, but Pantoja could. I think that's like the real test for Pantoja is Merab. But what I've read online, that I don't think the UFC want to do that right now, and I think I read something. I don't know how true this is, but that Pantoja he wants to be dominant at flyweight. He's only going to leave flyweight when he's like locked down as GOAT of flyweight, which is a bit difficult when you basically beat fucking everyone in the top 10, and some of them he's beat twice, like Brandon Royval. He's beaten twice already. Technically, if he beats Kai, he's beat Kai twice, but they're not counting it because they fought each other in the Contender Series, so I don't know why they just don't count that as a number 2. But he's already beat Kai. But I think Kai is good. I just think Pantoja is right now. He's very, very good, and it's hard to see someone beat. I'm a big fan of Kai Kara France, but I just can't see. He's gonna have to be super aggressive. That's my only way that I can see Kai winning this. Is he needs to be super aggressive. He needs to go in there. The problem is this motherfucker can take hits. We saw that against the Brandon Moreno fights. He took shots and he just kept walking forward and he kept returning shots against Brandon. I think Brandon said he broke his fucking hand in that fight. So it's it's gonna be a good fight. This is a fight I'm really excited to see, but I think Pantoja is gonna take it and still be the flyweight champion. But now let's move into the main event of the evening: Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira, the undefeated versus the fucking, I don't know, lightweight fucking machine. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything for Charles. But Charles is like, he's one of the best in the division. This is a good fight. I think it's a fun fight. The problem what I have with Charles for this fight, I think almost every single fight that I've seen him most recently, everyone has knocked him down. It's just they can't finish Charles. They struggle to finish him. And the problem with that is I generally think Ilia will not have a problem to finish him. Because I think like Michael Chandler and those guys, they don't want to go to the ground with Charles. So when Charles is in his little jiu-jitsu pose, they're like, yeah, you knocked me down, but you got to come down here and finish the job. They're like, oh, that's a little bit of a risk. I don't really want to do that. I don't think it's a problem for Ilia, because Ilia's wrestling is pretty good. Like we've seen it. He's good. But now you can look at that leg reach. Charles got the advantage. You can see the reach. Charles got the advantage. He's got kind of got the weight advantage, but it should be the same. He's got height advantage. He is the bigger man. But I don't know. I feel like Topuria is gonna win this. That's gonna be my prediction. I'm gonna go with Topuria to win. I think he's gonna knock Charles out. But I think it's gonna be a good fight. I don't think it'll be early. I think it'll be like a round 3, round 4 knockout. I think probably round 3. Because Charles is very durable. Like he can take some fucking shots. Topuria's just gotta not get too overconfident and think that, oh, you always get knocked down, so this time you won't get up, because that's what Charles is gonna want, and Charles is gonna get him if he gets too cocky. It's kind of like the first time he fought Chandler. Chandler was like, oh, he's done, and he kept fucking going. He used everything in his tank, and Charles just got out of that situation. I was like, alright, now it's my turn, because you've gassed yourself out, boy. But yeah, my prediction would be Topuria. And what I really want to see if Topuria wins, I think Paddy's like very close to getting a title shot. He's like 2 fights probably away. That fight will be cinema. Absolute cinema. But that's going to be my predictions for UFC 317. Let me know down in the comments what you've got. I almost forgot about the stack meter. I always forget the stack meter. It's a recent thing. What would I say this? I think it's a 7. Because I don't like the full main card. Like the main card's good, but I feel like you could have thrown in at least one absolute banger, yeah. Especially like I said, I like the main card, but I think this could have been in the prelims. These 2 fights can stay. I don't mind that, but I think Peyton and Felipe, they could have been like the future fight on the prelims or like down there. You could have got an absolute banger to be like just before the co-main event. But I think it's like a MMA guru was saying, where the fuck are the ranked fighters? Where are all of them? You're barely seeing ranked fighters fight now. Like guys who are like should be fighting one more time to get a title shot. Where the fuck are they? But you know, we don't know what the UFC got. We don't know if they booked or they have talks or plans. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are, who you got for the fight. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.